Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Come on.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete there to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man, it's his fullback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Herbert. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we like to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pick up on first down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. So we had the touchdown and two-point conversion to start the game. At least they're able to come back and get 3 on the board for their opening drive.
Yeah, and most coaches will always say, just give me something on the opening drive. Anything you can put up on the board, you feel better about things. And in this case, I like the fact that they resisted the urge to try and match them big because just get the points on the board. You're okay, even though they put 8 on you to begin with.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. On first down, Hurts. He's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. 8-3, our score.
Here we go, here we go.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On second and 11 now. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Play action. Here's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Touchdown! Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 2. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
19 Tigers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Panther 11.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Isaiah Spiller taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it?
And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Chargers 23, Eagles 8.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
The slot man in motion right.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They go play action with Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
19 more yards.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll get it inside the 20. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
They'll look to run with Spiller. And this time he is in. Isaiah Spiller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's got room past the 30. Down the right sideline. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check smash! Check smash! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Here we go!
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Slot man moves right. Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown. Zach Pascal from 21 yards away. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. If you have your defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. It's a room to maneuver. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Running on first down, Eckler. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. They'll likely put an end to this thing. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target. Incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
Come on. Set.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.